The key feature and trait of stramonium is support. Stramonium is a remedy which constantly needs support and has to hold on. They always want to be held or want to hold on to something. This feeling or desire is represented not only in the physical plane but also in the emotional plane.
In case of a child, he will want to hold onto the mother's hand even during sleep. This child will get up as soon as the parent gets up, but if he is held and patted, he will go back to sleep again. A young girl will want to hold her boyfriend or her husband's hand and go to sleep. If by chance her husband is not around, she will not sleep for hours together or till the time her husband comes home. Then she will hold his hand and go to sleep comfortably.
In any new situation or change in life, she will require support and assurance from her loved ones that, yes, we are here with you all the time. Once she has such an assurance, she is very comfortable and all related anxieties disappear immediately. Basically, stramonium is not a fighter. In the time of crisis, the only desire is for some kind of support or action to tide over the crisis or circumstance. They do not strive for a permanent solution and are happy in transferring the responsibilities to their loved ones.
The desire for support is so strong that they look for it in every person, and if they cannot get support from people, they try to cling to imaginary people and imaginary objects.
However, their imagination runs riot. When alone, if her husband is away, she will try to trace him. Once found, she will ask all sorts of questions about his whereabouts and accuse him of being away with some other girl or of having an affair. This not only depicts her insecurity, but also her very suspicious nature. They make imaginary friends, because with true friends, they develop a number of complications due to too much expectations. They get attached to imaginary objects. For example, if they adore a Mercedes car, they start dreaming as if they possess one and behave in the same way.
They look for imaginary support. For example, they always want their favorite pillow to which they cling to in all times of stress. The desire for light is another example of such an imaginary support. Their whole life and attention is spent in taking charge, possession, or support of the person whom they love. Thus, stramonium chases all the objects, dreams, and persons for support, which will allow them to remain as one unit and not break down into pieces. She will fantasize about her husband to be like a true lover who would come, bring flowers, embrace her, and take care of her every day. Or that the husband will want his wife to wait for him at the door and do everything to please him. It is like a character of a love story found only in storybooks.
Lack of support brings in frustrations and anxiety. And this is the beginning of the disease in stramonium. Disease at the physical level and at the mental level. They have many fears. Fear of being alone. Fear of imaginary things. Fear of water, very, very intense. And fear of death.
Simple examples like fear of closed places is very intense. Tunnels, very intense. Dark, very intense. And ghosts, very intense too, signify the threat to their position and security. Once they are secure, they behave normally.
The fear, anxiety, and restlessness that develops once and does not get support can lead to a violent response. Once they are close to their near and dear ones, they express their anger, their frustrations by tearing clothes, pillows, or they take a knife and can even hurt themselves. The violence reaches to such a height that they bite objects or even bite people.
If they do not have the capacity to find what they desire, they start playing games and beg, borrow or steal whatever will give them a sense of security. It may be money, love, power or relationships. They calculate what is to their advantage in having such relationship with family, friends, at work and at study.
They even resort to stealing to possess what they desire.
If this is refused by others, they become destructive and threaten to commit suicide. They feel that death is the only solution to their problem. In these circumstances, the disease progresses very rapidly at physical and the mental level. It can even give rise to suicidal responses. In spite of a strong fear of death, she still wants to die because of frustrations.
But as they lack courage, they lack action and will not be able to commit suicide. As a last resort, they turn to religion for support. The desire to read the Bible all day in children may not be a religious attitude, but in reality, it is an avenue for support. Stramonium is very miserly by nature and normally does not like to spend money. A strong desire for company during menses can be interpreted as a need of support during a phase of change in a woman's life. If they are suppressed further, they mutter very intensely and talk to themselves. In delirium, they will address objects, talk in a foreign language. It is one of the characteristic symptoms of stramonium. A girl who has never been out of a small village starts talking something in a foreign language about a country 5,000 miles away. They see frightful visions. They suffer from convulsions. They become loquacious and noisy. Another characteristic of stramonium is the strong urge for sex. They also have a strong desire to be naked. However, here the expression is another form of attracting attention and support.
Stramonium does not have confidence. As they lack in confidence and need attention, they talk in loud voices and shout at everybody to ask for some favor or ask for support. They keep on asking for special favors and help all the time. Loquacity +5. They ask the same questions again and again and again till the other person gets irritated. They shun all responsibility and have a strong tendency to blame others for their mistakes, sadness, frustrations, and all the problems that they face.
They are jealous about success and the possessions of others like love, joy, money, happiness, etc. Jealousy and suspicion is at its height in stramonium. The insecurity in stramonium on reaching the peak can result in violent anger and rage. The anger coupled with frustration will lead to a desire either to kill someone or to be killed by someone. The patient may have symptoms of weeping all night and laughing all through the day. He has mental fatigue.
She also has plenty of delusions which express her inner feelings very clearly. She is beautiful or wants to be beautiful, which is an indirect support. Animal coming out from the ground. Animal coming out of a corner. Makes conversation with God. Support. Converses with people who are absent. Support. People and dogs bark at him. Wife is faithless. Husband is faithless. Suspicion. God he is. Devil he is. Hears voices.
The causative factors are anger, vexations, fright with anger, anticipation, bad news, mortifications, reproaches, aggravations, darkness, very intense. When alone, very intense. The sight of water or glittering things. After sleep. All symptoms are aggravated by darkness, very, very intense. They have a strong desire for light, and darkness makes them feel exhausted and run down. Ameliorations, bright light, company, warm.